Hello YouTube, I'm back with episode 2 of 50 Shades of Cray. Let's start off on all the shows that I watch on Sunday. Is anybody watching Ray Donovan? Well, if you haven't been, they're back and they've started out with an explosive episode from beginning up until now, so make sure you check that out on Showtime. In the meantime, how did you like the way that the Real Housewives of Atlanta ended? I wasn't too impressed by this season. Just seemed like a whole bunch of cattiness and not too much sisterhood. But all in all, I love the ladies, and I also wish Todd and Candy well. They're expecting a new baby, so I'm very happy about that. In the meantime, let's talk about Married to Medicine is back, and back with more drama than you can begin to think about. The ladies are in there, and Mariah, she's still kind of to the side for a few minutes, but I mean, it's okay. She'll work her way back as she and Quad tend to bond over trying to start their friendship over again. In the meantime, Lisa Nicole and Quad are feuding and having different kinds of agreeing to disagree about doing background checks on each other in order to go into business. And also, let's talk about, what's the other show that I'm thinking of? Masters of Sex is also back too. Came back in with an awesome bang, and to continue the story, Virginia is going to conceive and have a baby in this season, and you can watch that to see what happens as her life tends to spiral out of control, not only with her children, but her relationship with Bill and his wife, knowing what was going on the whole time and trying to deal with it. So you can check out Masters of Sex also on Showtime on Sundays. And let's talk about Mondays. Mondays, has anybody been watching Fatal Attraction? Well, Fatal Attraction went out with a bang this season. Lots of great shows, and I'm sure there'll be lots of marathons to show you the whole season that was missed on TV1 on Monday. What else? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. What can I say about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Lots of revelations, lots of explosion, lots of dismantle of friendships. All in all, gotta love it. Mama D on the way to getting married to her love Ernest. I wish them well as well. Also, you have Tammy and Deborah Anthony and I'm trying to think of her name. Kalina from Dirty Money having a dispute as far as management, and they're having a disagreement, and Rashida and Kurt are trying to mend their relationship. In the meantime, Scrappy is having a little bit of trouble, still trying to meet up to Erica's expectations and child support that's owed to her for Imani. And Bambi and Erica still can't seem to get along. Don't know what's up with that, but I hope it all works out, at least for Scrappy, because he has so many women in his life. I'm not sure if Scrappy knows what to do with all of those women. And, basically to deal with Scrappy, you have a lot of stuff that goes along with it. So I wish him the best of luck. Love the whole cast. Stevie J and Jocelyn supposed to be moving out to California to do some big things as well. And I'm trying to think who else on the show. You have Tiffany Fox, and you have the other young lady. I can't think of what her name is right now. They are trying to pursue their careers as well. And I wish them the best of luck as well. So, what else on Monday nights? Tiny and T.I. is also back with the Family Hustle. Always a wonderful show. And if you get a chance to tune into that, comes on after Love and Hip Hop on VH1 on Mondays. However, I did forget about on Sundays, Mother Funders are on. And before you wonder what I just said, Mother Funders. It's a reality show about parents in the PTA and raising money. And the president, Carla, she's just a little bit overzealous as far as her position as president. And sometimes, it causes a problem in friendships. And it also ends friendships with her girlfriend, Robin, because Robin is really good at going around getting money and getting funds to help Carla and the rest of the PTA crew out, but you have some followers and you have some people that's not totally on board and not really speaking up for themselves. So Robin's kind of out there by herself. In the meantime, Carla's about to step down, thank God. And she's looking for someone who can cut the mustard. And you're going to watch that. As you watch that, that'll unfold this season as well. Back to Monday. What else on Monday? We talked about Love and Hip Hop. We talked about T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle. We talked about Fatal Attraction on Mondays. Now Tuesdays, I'm trying to think what comes on Tuesday. On Tuesday we have, I know on Wednesday we have Frankie and Neffy is also back. Frankie wasn't in the scene too much this season. She's having a little bit of difficulties. We're going to wish her well in hopes that she gets it together and she gets herself in a place where she can come back on the show. And Keisha Cole, I'm all in, excellent season. And I hope, whatever Keisha does at the end of the day, whether she decides to mend things with Daniel, to get her family back together, or she decides to I wish her well in her music, in her career, and in her love life. I'm a huge fan. Meantime, on Frankie and Neffy, everyone tries to go into therapy, including Neffy and Solo, to try to mend misunderstandings and miscommunication. And meanwhile, my girl, Elite, little sister, has a hell of a voice, and I wish her the best. And she was having her first listening party, and she did an excellent job. So we want to wish Elite Noel the best. And also, Chrisley Knows It Best came back. Awesome show. Great for the whole family. Of course, Todd Chrisley is off the chain. So is his family. And they're all just really, really sweet people. And, their kids are showing signs of, all kinds of growing pains, but in all, it's a great show for your family. And you also have on Wednesdays, you have Nellyville, which is a great example of showing Nelly from a very, very positive side, as he always has, dealing with the struggles of raising his late sister's 2 children, and 2 children of his own. So that has grown to be a great show, and he's has a new relationship with Chantel Jackson, and I hope that works out for the best. Actually, I hope they get married because they seem like a perfect fit for one another. So we're going to wish them some well wishes, and we want to wish his nephew and his friend best luck in their career, and we want to wish Nana, who has a beautiful voice. We want to wish her well, and we want to wish Stinkum. We're going to wish Stink. I called her Stink. I'm sorry, Stink. I want to wish Stink well wishes in her modeling career, because I think that's something that really, really fits her. In the meantime, on Tuesdays, let me go back. Tuesdays, how can I forget? On Tuesdays, you have the haves and the have-nots. You had, before the haves and have-nots season started, you had If Loving You Was Wrong. If Loving You Was Wrong is one of the best things that I've seen on TV as far as the evening soap opera in a long time. It had explosive revelations and decisions that needed to be made. And shout out to the cast. Just an awesome cast. Awesome, comparisons of, who fit just right for each other. Stellar acting skills. Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, you really nailed it with that one. Haves and have-nots come back with a blast. As far as Candace, she's up to the same old. And this season starts with the funeral of Judge Crey's daughter. and you see lots of things spiral out of control. Benny seems to take on a much stronger role on the show, and Hannah is kind of losing control of what she thought she had, her thumb down on Benny as far as him. And he's, getting older, wise, and mature. But Benny's going to start to make some decisions and start to be just a little bit naive. So you're going to watch that unfold, and you're going to watch the Cryer family, and you're going to watch Veronica spiral out of control, and you're going to watch. There's a surprise in there between Veronica and Benny that you're not expecting. So if you haven't been watching that, make sure you stay tuned for that on Tuesday on the OWN network. On Thursdays, you got the Braxton Family Values. The young ladies are still trying to mend their relationships and trying to get a better understanding to get their sisterhood back together. However, T.D. Jakes came on the show and made some huge revelations of things that we've all seen in the past. But basically, he got everybody together. And even the mother and father came to an understanding that their lack of communication skills had rubbed off on the kids in somewhat way. However, the sisters continued to pursue their careers. Shout out to Tracy, and shout out to Tony for still doing the thing. And Tamar, of course, she's just like being so multi-talented right now. I couldn't be more proud of her. And we just want to see the Braxton Family Values mend their wounded in relationships of sibling rivalry and just all kinds of turmoil. They're really, really small things, but these small things can roll up into one big ball and cause an explosion. So we want to see them get their sisterhood back together. We want to wish Miss Evelyn well. We want to wish Papa Braxton well, and say hello to Mikey, because I know he's kind of like in the background, and Mr. Vince and little Logan and all the other Braxton kids. And we look forward to seeing them on TV every week and seeing how the season unfolds. On Friday nights, we have, let me go back to Thursday. Thursday, Beyond Scared Straight is back on as well. So that might be an interesting show for the family, at least if you have teenage kids in their adolescence, to show them the things that you should and should not do and the consequences of it. So check that out on A&E. On Thursday nights as well. Scandal's on a break right now, but they left with Explosion with Olivia, and the president and his wife. So that and Murder, How to Get Away with Murder also ended with an explosive season as well. On Fridays, you have Love Thy Neighbor has switched from Wednesdays to Fridays. Love Thy Neighbor is back, and a pretty good season, but I still feel like it's just missing a little something. However, they did have Ella Payne and Curtis Payne to come on one episode, and I thought that might be the niche that they may need, that extra comedy in there, to help move things more smoothly. But I do like the storyline that they're going with this season with the daughter, being pregnant, Linda, and deciding to move in with her fiance, now Philip, or it's Flip as Hattie calls her. So that's getting off to a good start. And you also have, I'm trying to think, on Saturdays, Power is back. L.A. Hair is back on, L.A. Hair is back, I think, on Thursdays as well, right after the Braxton Family Values, and that started off with a bang already. So I won't tell you anything about that. I won't give you any spoilers on L.A. Hair, but welcome back to Kim Kimball. And also, Power is back on Saturday. Spin Back, we're already almost done with this season. I won't tell you about that because I don't want to spoil any of it. All I can tell you is that watch every episode, and I guarantee you're going to want to watch it twice. In the meantime, there's also, we're still waiting for Ayanna to Fix My Life to come back. Really miss her. Living Lazada has their premiere. Cutting It in the ATL on Thursdays as well was coming on after the Braxton Family Values. They just had a reunion that was explosive, and the ladies are really, really something. But I wish them well in all of their business ventures in the hair business. And hopefully we will be seeing from SWV Reunited very, very soon. Their Survivor's Remorse should be coming back in August as well. Right now, we're just going to call it a day. This is my longest video I've ever made because it took me so long to make this second video because I wasn't feeling too well and I just been really, really busy, and I really, really apologize for that. Thank you for listening. God bless. Have a good weekend.